And at long last, we are back with you on San Diego's #1 sports talk station, 97.3 The Fan. Gwynn and Chris catching up with you here on the first day. Can it already be, guys, December? Been gone for the better part of a week. Hope everybody had a good Thanksgiving holiday. None of our sports teams did, so hopefully you personally had some fun with the family and got your fill of turkey and all the fixins. But guys, as we reconvene here for a 2-hour show today ahead of Monday Night Football, not quite sure where to start. We could go with we could go with how the Cinderella story of the San Diego FC ended with a thud.
Yeah.
We can go with the Aztec football team losing a heartbreak double overtime game, only themselves to blame with penalties, wiping out touchdowns and interceptions and everything, and then being overlooked by the computers. We can try the San Diego State stupid computers, or we can try the San Diego State basketball team, which all of a sudden now gives up 90 points every game. I don't know what's happened there. Brian Dutcher and company have to figure that out. And the Padres were not immune over the weekend because if you were not paying close attention, Dylan Cease is officially gone the way of north of the border. He is signed with the Toronto Blue Jays. So other than that, I don't know. Did anything good happen this weekend?
It was a what's the word? What's a good word to describe the week for San Diego sports?
It's a word that you'd want to use on our overtime segment rather than on the regular broadcast.
I'll just use disastrous.
Disastrous. There you go.
I named the graphic today. Sad weekend for San Diego.
It was.
It was.
I couldn't find any happiness.
That only kind of reaffirms some of the thoughts here in San Diego that we are somehow cursed.
Which
is the first thing I thought of as I watched the Aztecs get beat, and then SDFC, as you said, they didn't just get beat. It was 3-0.
It was over before the game even started. I mean, if you were late, you missed it, and it looked all the same things that we normally say apply. It was a great season. It was incredible. It was uplifting. It brought the community together. People who didn't even know about soccer became soccer fans. It was everything times 10 that an expansion season could be. But we've said that before, Tony. We talked about the 98 Padres and the 84 Padres in the same glowing terms. And we talked about the 94 Chargers and the huge win in Pittsburgh and Dennis Gibson knocking the ball away. And, so many of these games and teams that ultimately just kind of lay by the wayside as we still look for that elusive championship in a major sport. And, unfortunately, SDFC kind of just goes into that category when it's all said and done.
And I guess that, so goes the life of a city that is still searching for that first major championship. This is kind of what I guess it's going to continue to feel like until you finally climb that mountain.
I'm not going to know what to do. I'm really not going to know what to do.
And it really, at this point, I mean, obviously, for me personally, it will be the sweetest, obviously, if it's the Padres that do it. But at this point, if it's SDFC, whether it's San Diego State, whether it's the Padres, I don't know what I'm going to do with myself either, Chris. I mean,
I've been doing shows like this for too long, where we come on after a great season and try to break it all down and make everybody feel better. But ultimately, I don't feel any better. No. And, I saw a lot of people after the match interviewed on, local television. And, it was an incredible season. And I love these guys. And the fans did a great job at the end of the match. They gave a standing ovation, basically, to the team for the season they had. But it's still a bit of an empty feeling because Vancouver is going on to play, Messi and Miami. It was set up for the big showdown, but it did not come to pass.
Hey, guess what?
Yes.
We don't have to worry about a scheduling situation at Snapdragon anymore.
No, we don't.
We don't have a final to worry about, plus a Mountain West championship.
The funny thing is, talking about it last week, I don't think this particular scenario ever crossed my mind.
No,
that neither
of
team
them
would
be
have.
there. At least one of
Didn't
them.
cross my mind once.
Yeah.
But here we are.
The Aztec football team shot itself in the foot.
Yeah, they did.
Look, New Mexico's, I think, is a solid, pretty good team. I knew that was going to be a tough,
You said
road
so
game.
like 4 weeks ago.
Thought it was going to be a tough road game. They went in there. But when you get a wide open by 30 yards guy for a touchdown and that gets called back because you lined up illegally, you get a late pick that would set up a game-winning field goal, and that gets wiped out. I thought by a pretty dubious pass interference call, but they called it. And then you get into overtime, and you don't score, right, on your first possession. So all New Mexico needs is a field goal, and they drive to the 1-yard line. You're like, well, it's over. Goodbye. And they fumble. And now you get a new life.
Yeah.
You get a new life. And yet in the second overtime, the Aztecs had 3 consecutive false start penalties. That's unforgivable.
I don't have any hair, but I was pulling like the little strands that pop up on the sides of my George Jefferson look when it's not fully
I was
cut.
going to say you're Homer Simpson at the top.
Were you yelling for Wheezy?
I think the big one's coming.
Yeah.
I think I must have had the tweezers out, like just yanking my hair on.
It just was.
And for everybody who blamed me for the SDFC loss for asking that question last week about the curse, I got a message saying it was my fault for asking the question.
I forgot that you did ask that.
It's not my fault. You know what happened with the Aztecs football team?
It very well might.
You played bad, and that's why you lost, not the curse.
Well, they lost, and I know a lot of people are, said when it was all, figured out by the computers, and I said similar, that the Aztecs had their chance, and they blew it.
They did.
But the computers also failed to recognize the fact that Boise State lost to Fresno State at home 30-7. They also blew it.
Yeah.
It was a little earlier, but they blew it too.
Can I say this? I think the same people that you'll get to hear about us talking into overtime, it's the same type of people. Why are the computers settling this? Why?
Just I don't get it.
Why?
I wish there was.
Why are the computers settling this?
Just do a vote. Get 9 people together and vote.
Computers? Really?
Yeah.
That's
I don't
how
get
we
the
decide
computer.
this?
I don't know
think
how
there's
the
a
computers
conspiracy here.
I don't know how the computers put UNLV ahead of any of the teams. UNLV was 0-2 against the teams they tied with.
I know
they
for
didn't
a fact
beat any of us.
I know for a fact the computer did not watch one game.
There's absolutely no
You
way.
sure?
And,
I'm positive.
the Aztecs beat Boise State. I know Boise State is hanging its hat on the fact they played Notre Dame. Great. You lost. I mean, it wasn't like you were, you got beat pretty soundly. You lost to South Florida. It was another good opponent, but still lost. Boise State's best non-conference win, Appalachian State. That's not even as good as the Aztecs' best non-conference win, which was Cal, a team that, is going to go to a bowl game, finish 6-6. So the computers, we accepted it because we're resigned to our fate in San Diego.
Right.
But to me, it was still tremendously unfair. I don't really know quite why the Aztecs didn't get it, but they didn't. And, Sean Lewis, 9-3 after 3-9. Almost the same speech we can say for the soccer, right?
It is the same speech.
It's a great team, great guys, great effort, great heart. But ultimately,
came up short.
We're going to the Potato Bowl and probably going to play Toledo, which is just not even a game that
that's
matters.
Some irony. Going to Boise State's home field
I know.
they're playing a Mountain West championship.
Yeah, that's not right. But anyway, so that didn't work. Dylan Cease leaves. I don't think this was a shocker, guys, but you see how much money he got after the season he had.
By the way, it was predicted 175. So he went way over.
So, obviously people saw what he did in his 2 seasons where he nearly won the Cy Young, and they put that ahead of what he did for the Padres last year. Michael King, I think, can expect something similar, don't you think, Tony? I mean,
I don't know.
How can Michael King ask for the same thing, and can some teams say, well, you're not as good as Dylan Cease?
They can say you don't have the track record. And
okay,
I think we overlook the value of taking the ball every 5th day. I think that has a lot to do with the Blue. And listen, it's also about fit. This is a terrific signing for the Blue Jays coming off of a World Series. Just think you got to have the same team minus Boba shit in which you got to that championship really without until he
didn't even
posted
play
in the
for
World
most of it.
Series.
Yeah.
You're adding Dylan Cease right into that rotation. I think this is a terrific move for them. Dylan got all of the coin that he could have expected. And I think Michael King is going to get somewhere in the ballpark. I don't know if he'll get as many years, especially coming off of the injury season, I guess you'd say. And, he hasn't been in the league as long as Dylan. So there's not the track record to pull from. But I do think he's going to get somewhere in that ballpark.
Do you think
per year, maybe not length of contract.
Do you think that part of his deal requires a good bed, Michael King?
Oh, stop it.
Well, unfortunately for Michael King, that happened in Atlanta. So he's going to have to go there one way or another.
Do you think he's going to have like PTSD from the bed?
I bet you he would.
I know I'm joking. I'm getting more, not annoyed. It's not at Michael King, just the situation with Michael King, because it was presenting itself to be such a good move. And then he missed all of last year.
We have to keep in mind, and I hate to be the one that brings this up, but there is a possible sale happening. And whether we want to believe it or not, that may have an impact on how free agency rolls for the Padres. And so Dylan Cease, I think we all expected him to not be back next year. That kind of lines up. We'll see what happens with Mike King, because I think most of us expected that it would be one or the other. And so we'll see how this happens, how this unfolds moving forward. Obviously, AJ Preller still haven't heard anything on his extension.
I mean, what is holding that up? It's the sale possibility. It has to be the answer.
There are just a lot of, no pun intended, baseballs in the air right now.
I like it.
Very good. All right, we are underway. We have a Gwynn and Chris overtime, which is just outlandish and far-reaching that we'll put up there for you in a couple of hours.
And I wasn't the one who swore in this one.
Yeah, Tony was the guy. We had to make him do it, but he did it.
And then he felt comfortable when he dropped. So let's remember we're on the radio, guys.
But, we'll tell you about our overtime when we come back. The big story of the day, Lane Kiffin, which has something to do with our overtime. That we'll touch on that. Obviously, he's gone, and that's opened up a whole discussion about a lot of things. Remember to listen around 3:35. We're going to announce today's biggest fan, chance to qualify for the night in the Odyssey Suite at a future Padres game with all of the fan staff. Register your name at 973thefan, sd.com/biggest-fan in order to potentially have your name called. That's 3:35 today. Gwynn and Chris underway.
I know that hiring can be challenging.
Noon, Tony, Gwynn Jr., Chris Ello, Matt Skraby, just kind of licking our wounds, if you will. Tough week/weekend for San Diego sports. SDSC took it on the chin. Their season comes to an end. San Diego State. I don't even. That's too strong of a word. They didn't take care of business.
Yeah,
and their fate is sealed. They'll be going to a bowl game, which is certainly a step up from last year, but not what I think anybody envisioned as rolled into that game.
Yeah. We were going to go to the LA Bowl and probably get a play, or Las Vegas, whatever, play somebody from the, Big 12. To me, Aztecs, in terms of trying to, again, increase the cachet of the program, you want to beat a Big Four power team.
You want to at least be playing
or at least play one.
Right.
I mean, going to the Potato Bowl and getting Ohio or Toledo or Miami or Kent State, you know what I mean? Great. It's going to be nice. The kids will win the game. They'll get some prizes and, sent home happy, but it doesn't do a lot for you, I don't think. No. Anyway, it's too bad. Too bad. The computer sucks. That's it on that
computer
one.
Definitely sucks.
I thought we got rid of the computer when the BCS went away.
The BCS thing went away. Apparently, they kept a few of those computers.
Here's the quick discrepancy. Mountain West mad at San Diego State for leaving the conference. Boise State has made Mountain West a lot of money, so they're going to be nice to them, put them in the championship game.
San Diego State's made the Mountain West more money than Boise State. I don't think Boise State's basketball team went to the final game. I think we brought in a little money there.
I was more talking football.
Yeah, I know you are, but I'm just saying that's
football.
But no, maybe if it would have been New Mexico and UNLV, then you could have definitely had that conspiracy for sure. Because both of them
everyone predicted that.
Right. Yeah, they're both staying, so that would have been fair.
And so we focused locally there, that first segment. Obviously, the biggest story in sports is Lane Kiffin. And we're going to keep the majority of our conversation save for that overtime segment that you guys will get at 4:00. But I want you to listen to what Paul Feinbaum, who I vehemently disagree with.
Me too, Tony.
There isn't one thing that we have ever been on the same page about.
First comment on this video. For the first time ever, I agree with Paul Feinbaum.
I think there might be a lot of that
might
happening.
be from me. That comment might have been from me.
But here's what Mr. Feinbaum had to say.
It's just so typical of Lane Kiffin to do something so utterly destructive. And that's what he did. It's hard to believe really almost anything he said there in that interview. If he wanted to coach these kids, as he put it, he could have. And the simple answer is he would have remained the Ole Miss football coach, where he began the season, where he told these young men, we have a chance to win a championship, and they still do. And what does he do? What Lane Kiffin always does. He lights a match to the castle that he built, and he runs out of town in the middle of the night, although this was in broad daylight. It's utterly disgraceful. There's no getting around it. And Lane Kiffin trying to blame others, trying to blame the adults in the room is just so comical. And I'm not terribly enthusiastic when I say all this, Shay, because I've said it so many times before. We talked about this when Al Davis fired him. We talked about this when he walked out on the University of Tennessee after 1 year in the middle of the night recruiting the players on his roster as he headed to the airport. Remember Alabama, Nick Saban gave him a chance, and that was after he got fired on the tarmac at Southern Cal. Nick Saban gave him a chance, and he did it again by being unprepared for a national semifinal game. Saban fired him a week before the national championship game. He went to Florida Atlantic, and finally a major school gave him a shot again, Ole Miss. He built the program. Last year he would have left for the University of Florida. 2 years ago, he would have gone to Alabama had they bothered to call him, which they didn't. And this year, he did the most predictable thing. He walks out on his team.
All right, me and Paul agreed on about 75% of that.
Not all of it, but that's the most I've ever agreed with him in history.
By far, landslide agreed. And I agree that his action is destructive. I don't put that all on him. He's not the only one being destructive, if that's what we're calling this. There are a lot of coaches that are taking jobs, maybe not in 2025, some in 2025, while their team is still playing.
Yeah, Tulane right now is getting ready for a conference championship game, and if they win it, they could get chosen for the playoff. Their coach just left for Florida.
Right.
Although they didn't let him leave. He's going to coach their team
in
the playoff, which is another discussion.
Right.
There's one other coach who's leaving his team high and dry, and it remains to be seen whether they keep him on for the playoff, and that's James Madison.
Yeah.
Chesney, who was asked the question today.
Yeah.
What is going on with UCLA? And he said, I'm only thinking about my game this weekend. Oh, really? 20 minutes later, It was written that he was the new coach at UCLA.
He can shift his thinking real quick.
20 minutes. He just needed 20.
So Lane Kiffin's getting all of the
heat. As you said in our OT, he is going to be the face.
Right. But it's not the only not the only situation. And in our overtime, I think both Tony and I will tell you the real problem and whose fault this all really is.
And that's where I disagree with Paul. It's like he is completely leaving one scenario of this,
a big part of it out.
A big part of it out.
Yeah.
But it is true that I think it's a sad case for, and it's only half sad now because 2 years ago NIL was introduced. And so it gives players the same opportunity to bounce as the coach. So that's why it's only half sad, because it used to be full sad.
Right.
Because those kids,
the players were stuck.
They were stuck there.
You would leave and they were stuck.
It's only half sad now because players don't have to stay. However, I wasn't in those recruiting rooms, but I would guess,
pretty sure,
that he had at least insinuated that he would be there through their tenure.
Hey, make a run with me, man. I mean, these kids are the ones that put Lane Kiffin in the position he's in by winning all these games. And these are the same kids he is turning his back on. Whether you agree or disagree, that's what's happening. And it's really a bad situation that needs to be fixed. Is too strong of a word because they're never going to fix it, but at least altered somehow to try to prevent something like this from happening, because it's a really bad look for everyone involved.
Almost forgot we aren't on OT no more.
That's why I tried to warn you.
We certainly are going to hear more about this. I mean, by the way, Lane Kiffin will have to take LSU into Ole Miss next year.
Ole Miss next year
should be
that's must-see TV.
I'm kind of scared, honestly.
I hope based on how
based on how the Ole Miss folks looked at that airport strip where that Lane Kiffin was running to.
They didn't give him a nice send-off.
No, Marty Smith just pops out of the bushes with the microphone.
Oh man, how about that plaid? Was that a vest that he had?
There was a jacket.
Plaid.
He's got some interesting. It
might have been a bulletproof plaid vest if he was smart.
Did you guys see him mix it up with the reporter that called him a hoe? Did you guys see that?
Lane Kiffin.
Yeah.
Yes. I didn't see the mix up, but I saw the comment.
Oh my Lord. That was I've never heard it described that way before.
You're gonna have to go look this one up online.
College football coach.
Yeah, that was interesting. That was interesting. Why do we keep giving guys like Lane Kiffin these amazing jobs?
That is something we did not talk about in the overtime, and I think it's an interesting question. He is having a good season, but he has won nothing. Yet he is so in demand. I would love to just maybe sit down in a class taught by Lane Kiffin how to make yourself seem great when you're not.
Chris, you probably can answer this better because I can't think of it. Is there anybody in any college sport like Lane Kiffin? Has there been a guy that hadn't won but was coveted?
They always want this
everywhere.
Guy. Yeah, none comes to mind, although I'm sure they're out there. And a lot of people are saying you can compare this a little to what Nick Saban did in jumping around.
Nick Saban won a national championship at LSU.
Winning the national championship everywhere he went.
Yeah.
I get why everyone else wanted him. The Lane Kiffin thing, I don't get why everybody wants him so badly. That's the question Skraby just asked, and I agree with it.
And we talk about this on the overtime, so we won't get too much into it. And by the way, it's going to be posted at 4 p.m. YouTube. Just search Gwynn Chris SD. But like the wake that he causes is so much
when he leaves.
It's so much more.
I said it
destructive.
I said it in the OT. He is the worst leaver ever.
and wait until you. I'm just imploring. I'm tooting our own horn, but I'm imploring you to stay to the end of the overtime today, or if you don't have time, fast forward to the end, because there's a reveal at the end of the whole discussion about how stupid LSU truly is.
Oh, that
is going to blow you away.
Mind blowing.
That is going to blow you away.
Where's the governor?
In his Creole accent.
I mean, where is he? He's been the face of this whole LSU football thing, and now he's nowhere to be found.
It only goes to prove that he
did not care.
He only said something because it might get him some political points.
Yeah.
All right, let's get to break. Before we go, all guests on the 97.3 The Fan join us on the David P. Shapiro Fan Hotline. David P. Shapiro, criminal defense attorneys, helping good people regain control of their future when charged with a crime since 2010. Visit davidpshapirolaw.com. We roll away to break. More Gwynn and Chris on the other side.
The National Football League season wraps up tonight, Monday Night Football, right here on 97.3 The Fan. Rematch of a couple of Super Bowls from way back when. Giants and Patriots going head-to-head. And just like in those Super Bowls, the Patriots are heavy favorites tonight. Football Talk on 97.3 The Fan, presented by Paramount Plus. You can't count on much these days, but you can always count on Sundays with the NFL on CBS and Paramount Plus. Watch your local NFL game live every Sunday on CBS and Paramount Plus all season long. Visit ParamountPlus.com/NFL. Get yourself started today. A couple of quick NFL notes before we head into the Big Five. Sauce Gardner turned out okay on the Achilles. Colts, big cornerback acquisition. Got hurt in the game yesterday. They're not thinking of IR for him. I was looking for a report on Justin Herbert, but there hasn't been one that I've seen. I know he says he's going to have surgery on his hand and keep playing.
Yeah, he's supposed to have surgery this week, and he's supposed to possibly keep playing.
He says he's going to keep playing, but the doctors may have something to say about that. Obviously, the Chargers season could be hanging in the balance there. But anyway, we'll get into all of the NFL stuff from yesterday and Thanksgiving holiday in our Good, Bad, and Ugly about an hour from right now. But right now, we turn it over to Mr. Skraby in the Big Five.
It's that time of the show when we check on the latest in sports. Only the most important topics and questions are brought to light.
Stop what you're doing and listen.
These news stories will astound and amaze you. The one, the only.
Oh my God, who the hell cares?
The Big Five starts now on 97.3 The Fan.
All right. I got to say, I had a little bit of trouble finding topics because I was Big Five rusty, taking all that time off. So hopefully this one works out.
Big Five rusty.
Yeah.
Thanks, Grady.
Sunday nights, I usually like to have some of the document laid out. But last night, I was just depressed that, the work week was starting again. So.
I could feel that.
Yeah. I mean, I was still
What time did the depression hit you?
About halftime of the Sunday night football game. I was like, we're back to the grind. But I think we got some good topics in here. Let's start with this one.
Number 5.
And it's simple. Dylan Cease signs with the Blue Jays, 7 years, $210 million. Now, I say the 7 years because there's been some thoughts out there that teams are afraid to invest long-term money in guys because of the upcoming MLB negotiation, possible negotiation, collective bargaining agreement after this coming season. So, Chris, does Dylan Cease signing for 7 years mean teams may not be afraid of a lockout after the 2026 season?
Teams are never afraid of this stuff. I mean, they spend money willy-nilly. We know this. And the players know this. And that is why no matter what threats the owner's side makes in terms of trying to control salaries, in terms of trying to keep things, keep a lid on things, the owners can't help themselves. They just can't. So, because I don't think it makes fiscal sense to sign Dylan Cease for 7 years when you may have a stoppage here and not have any money coming in. What is it? 7 years? What is it? $210 million
a year.
Come on. So
and they don't get paid when the lockout happens, right?
No, but the team doesn't make any money either. So yes, this is not shocking at all, and I'm sure it will continue right up until the day that the owners go, oh no, what are we doing?
Tony, do you think Dylan Cease signing for 7 years means teams may not be afraid of a lockout after all?
I think some teams will, some teams won't. I recall in the 2021 season with a possible lockout coming. Or was that 2020? Was it 2020? It 2020, right? Or was it 21? It was 21.
Let me go look.
I just recall, my point was, I recall the Padres taking advantage of some of the teams out there being a little afraid, and the market was not as strong. And so Padres took advantage. They got Blake Snell. They got Yu Darvish. Forget the free agents they signed that year. But I just think it's to each team. In Toronto's case, this makes perfect sense. They were literally one strike away from being World Series champions. And so I think you're willing to take the risk in trying to win in 26 with a guy like Dylan Cease. I don't know that every team is going to do. Matter of fact, I know every team won't approach it the same way. But I think there will be, to answer your question, there will be teams that are afraid, or I should say hesitant, with the possible lockout or strike ahead of them. And there will be some teams that look at it like, this is our chance to take advantage, because there will be teams that will be scared.
Maybe the Yankees won't spend,
we're
going to try
much.
to get in there. Okay, I get it, but it's just stupid, right? I mean, because all of us learned that we need to save a little money for a rainy day. And there is a really big potential of a storm hitting baseball. And the owners are acting, like, it's business as usual, or at least the Blue Jays are.
Or that could at least tell you that maybe they're not as broke as they say they are.
Oh, we know that already. No, Tony, come on.
Don't make sense.
Really, Tony? After all of this time, you're letting on that secret that the owners actually have more money than we think they do?
They very well might.
Yeah, I don't know if you should be saying that in public. I don't know. All right.
Number 4.
Frustration appears to be boiling over in Minnesota. With the Vikings.
Yeah.
Viking star receiver Justin Jefferson, who is typically available to reporters after games, skipped out on speaking to the media after an embarrassing 26-0 road loss to the Seahawks yesterday, in which he had a career-low 4 yards receiving on 2 catches. Some talking heads out there are calling for the Vikings to trade Jefferson in the offseason and let him frolic in the fields with a good quarterback.
Frolic.
I came up with that line on my own.
That is my
Doesn't he
wife's,
seem like
that's
he
my
would be
wife's favorite word.
Frolic?
Frolic.
Interesting.
It's usually put in front of the dogs. Let them go frolic.
Oh, I do that too. Yeah. I mean, can't you imagine
Sorry,
Justin
it just caught me
Jefferson
off guard that
frolicking in a field?
We're talking about Justin Jefferson. You drop frolic.
Tony, do you want to see? It's not. Do you think they should? Do you want to see JJ traded to a contender?
I don't think the Vikings are that far off being a contender.
Got to get a quarterback.
The quarterback. I don't know that they got to get a quarterback, but the quarterback needs to live in the potential that they see in him. I personally like when guys, I know it's very rare, but I like when guys stay at a place and like.
I do too.
I just think
he was there when the going was good, you know, and he was. Yeah, plus
also,
it was a one-time thing yesterday. This guy was the first game for this
we'll
quarterback.
Get to you. We'll get to you.
I know,
I'm just sorry.
That's
stepping in.
That's the other thing, as Chris pointed out. He had one. Listen, this dude has been having a rough season all year, and it has nothing to do with him and his performance. And he has pretty much held his tongue.
He's been a good teammate.
Yesterday, it was too much. He had 4 yards. I watched. He's on my fantasy team, so I had to watch it with him.
Do you think he wants to run down the field with Max Brosmer as quarterback?
Do you think he wants to run down the field and be open as much as he was yesterday?
Can you imagine that? I mean, he wasn't the only one yesterday.
He wasn't.
My 2 receivers, Smith and Jigba, and then Thursday, Zay Flowers, both took the week off.
Oh, don't even get me started on the Ravens right now.
So. But a lot of people had that happen. But I think Jefferson, this is frustration, and it's fair. When you're used to, I want my guys to be saying stuff like this when we play like that.
Do you know how many games he has had over 82 yards receiving?
This year? None.
Yeah.
Let's say none.
2.
Oh, 2. Okay.
He had back-to-back 100-yard games against the Steelers and the Browns, but he has not seen more than 79 yards since October 19th.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Well, let's hang with him.
That is a hang with him. And honestly, I'm not saying this to gloat, but one of the reasons I did not draft Justin Jefferson in fantasy, I just had no idea what
his quarterbacks.
J.J. McCarthy was going to do.
Here's the other thing is he could go chase this, right, and go to the let's say the Eagles because they're good, and then they could go into a downturn while he's, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Don't there is a downside
know.
to chasing a ring.
Yeah.
That because you can't control these circumstances that happen, these variables that might pop up, you might be in the same exact situation, maybe with a quarterback even worse.
Tyler on the chat says at least A.J. Brown actually showed up this week against me.
And what happened?
They lost.
Yeah. So that's now
it's at the detriment of Devontae Smith.
That's now what 4 losses when he's actually had
every
good
time
games?
they don't throw to him, they win.
I wonder if there's a
correlation there.
Correlation.
I don't know if there's a correlation to that, but I do know that Mr. Hertz's case is only being strengthened by the fact that he got him the ball 10 times for 120-something yards. They were only 2 touchdowns.
No,
and
they
lost.
barely scored.
Yeah.
Brandon said, I lost by 1.08 points in fantasy. I could have used a little bit more from JSN.
Yeah.
That's a rough one because he's been doing that in his sleep.
What, I have him this year, but how can you complain? The guy's giving you 35, 40
no
points
kid.
every game. Yesterday was just one of those days for him.
All right.
Number 3.
All right. There were some interesting fan displeasures being displayed in the NFL in week 14?
Yeah.
Which is more egregious to you guys? Chris, you're up first. Eagles fans booing their team in a year following a championship, leading the NFC East with an 8-4 record, or Steelers fans chanting "Fire Tomlin" after making the playoffs in 4 of the last 5 years? Which is more egregious to you?
Well, I got a personal text from our esteemed leader.
I'm sure you did.
Michael?
I don't know why I get these texts.
Because you fight him on this all the time.
Because he's a Steeler fan, and of course he wrote that Tomlin must go for the 30th time. But
give the man what he wants, Steelers.
Please give him what he wants.
Yeah, I would.
I want to see it happen so bad.
I would love to see him.
Not because I want Mike Tomlin to be fired and jobless.
No, Mike Tomlin will be fired.
But I just want what's going to come next.
I want him to go do what Vrabel is doing.
Right.
Give him a good team. I think Tomlin's a good coach, and I've always said that. But in this case, I think the Eagles are worse.
This is so
you
bad.
just won the Super Bowl. You're still in first place. Come on, you had a really bad game against the Bears. I get it. But Philadelphia fans, as good as you can be, is about the same as in terms of how bad you can be sometimes.
I think they own that too.
Yeah, right. They're happy with that.
They're happy with that.
Tony, which one's more egregious? Philly or Eagles fans booing their team, or Steelers fans chanting "Fire Tomlin"?
It's probably it's definitely the Eagles. They just came off a title.
They beat the GOAT.
By the way, they're even despite the loss, they're still 8-4. So
leading the NFC.
Yeah. So I mean, I get it. You want to win. You want to be playing good when you get to that time of year. We're still get to December football, end of December. That's when you need to start kind of making sure you're dialed in.
Whispers that Nick Sirianni doesn't know how to coach again.
That was coming.
Well,
At
2 games.
He refuses to fire his friend from offensive coordinator.
You know what?
That's what they say.
Okay.
That's what they say.
You have a lot of these.
That's what they say.
Who was the other one last week? It was Pete Carroll. Pete
Oh,
Carroll.
he needs to get his son.
His son's
15 sacks in the last 2 games, and his son is in charge of the offensive line.
I'm just saying, you want to fire anybody that's close
Let's
to
fire
anybody.
Chip Kelly, though. Let's get him out of there.
Because God knows he's a great
because
offensive
yesterday's
mind.
offense looked great.
I mean, I'm just saying.
I don't know why I'm standing up for.
Yeah, why are you standing up for Chip Kelly?
I don't know.
Don't ever do that in my presence again.
I don't know.
Number 2.
All right, you're going to have to follow real close here because there's an inception of Giants coaches, New York Giants coaches, happening tonight because they're on Monday Night Football against the Patriots. So here we go. The New York Giants hired head coach Joe Judge, who then hired Brett Bielema as outside linebacker coach. Brett Bielema then got hired as Illinois head coach, who then hired Charlie Bullen as outside linebacker coach. But Joe Judge got fired, so the Giants had to hire Brian Dable, who fired Wink Martindale and outside linebacker coach Drew Wilkins. So he had to hire Shane Bowen at DC and Charlie Bullen at outside linebacker coach from Brett Bielema. But Brian Dable got fired, and then Shane Bowen got fired. So now Charlie Bullen is the Giants defensive coordinator. That is full circle, I would have to say right there. So, Tony, you're up first. I don't think the Giants are the worst run team in the NFL, but what team do you think takes that cake right now?
Well, I don't want to end up in litigation from the NFL and owners for giving them a bad report card.
Oh, that's right. I know where you're going. I know where you're going. Is Johnson & Johnson a part of this?
Yeah, they very well might be at the top of that list. You know, I give Jerry Jones a lot of crap, but ultimately, you know, he at least tries to put a good team.
He does put money into it.
He might have bad ideas of what a good team looks like.
Hey, look at his team right now.
They're balling.
Yeah.
He made some trades that kind of got him back into it. I don't know if he made him. Somebody around him made him. Nevertheless,
oh no, it was Jerry Jones.
The question is, to answer your question, yes, it is the Jets. I think they are the most poorly run organization in football right now, and it's probably followed up by the team across the river there, or the same stadium, I guess, the New York Giants.
You think so? Not even like the Titans?
I don't even know who they are.
I can't even tell you who they are.
Some guy who was an oil tycoon, I'm sure.
Maybe the Cardinals might be second.
Oh,
on that
Cardinals
list.
have a pretty terrible ownership.
Yeah. So I'll go Jets, Cardinals 1-2.
Cardinals, by the way, got eliminated from playoff contention yesterday. Chris, who outside of the Giants, because I don't think they're the worst
team. Have you been paying attention to me? First of all,
it's not the Dolphins. Don't even say it.
First of all, I lost you after you said, here's the list of
I know.
coincidences.
I realized that.
I
realized this. Basically, what I'm saying is that this is that was a description of a franchise who doesn't know what they're doing.
Right.
Anyway, who do you think? It's not the Dolphins.
I do. Why not?
Because it's
been
not
them all year.
It's not though.
But so when did they get better?
They get the highest report card ratings out of all the owners. So
That's
how?
Because it's a
country
fantasy camp over
it's a country
there.
club.
Yeah. I'm staying with it.
Tony, will you help me with this? Do you think that the Dolphins could even be considered top 5 worst teams in the NFL?
Yes. I mean,
really?
I think you can, given that they probably have spent more money on their roster prior to this year than those other two teams we just talked about.
We spent the first 2 months of the season talking about how stupid they are, and we had plenty of ammunition to fill that time. So,
what about the Browns?
Yeah, Browns are bad. I'll go Browns.
Yeah,
I'll give you that.
yes.
Okay. I'll give you Browns.
You know what?
Because they wasted the Deshaun Watson money and all
then
that.
They drafted
They drafted two quarterbacks.
I'll give you the Browns.
That's true. I'll put the Browns second behind the Jets. I'll slide the Cardinals down to third.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. All right, last one.
Number 1.
We go to that violent place that is known Jacksonville and the Jaguars, because Jaguars punter Logan Cook allegedly said he would kill Tennessee Titans running back Julius Chestnut during a skirmish in Sunday's game. You know, that's normal trash talk. Jaguars head coach Liam Cohen said, quote, "I've probably heard that said, 100 times from players in games, so whatever." Cohen said Monday afternoon. I point you back to when Robert Saleh threatened Liam Cohen's life earlier this year, and Liam Cohen threw a little fit about it.
Fit. Don't forget.
A hissy fit
there you go.
About it.
Get it right. Yeah.
So, Tony, or Chris, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Is this a bigger deal than Jaguars head coach Liam Cohen thinks it is?
Well, his memory's not very good, because you're right. He was quite upset and looking over his shoulder after that and wanted Robert Saleh jailed, I think.
Yeah, he did.
And then he got the lineman from his team to protect him.
Yeah, I think, Liam Cohen also has to recognize the position he's in and say, look, that's probably not, I've heard it before, probably not the best thing that we should be saying out there.
Yeah.
You need to understand the position. You're a head coach in the NFL. You need to point that out. So I'd say that.
All right, Tony, do you think this is a bigger deal than Jaguars head coach Liam Cohen thinks it is?
Yes. I don't know that it's a bigger deal than he thinks it is, but he should have at least displayed that there was some type of concern for the words that were used. Yeah.
It's a punter too. Out of all people,
he's not small though. I will say
the punter.
The punter's not small.
Don't be taking shots at punters. I'll bring Darren Bennett over here to strangle you.
You know what's funny? Darren Bennett lives down the street from me, and I see him from time to time. He's massive.
He looks like
he's
not a small guy.
No,
and a wonderful man.
He is very nice. Yes.
I don't know that. It doesn't surprise me that he's just hanging out in Encinitas.
By the way,
chilling
did you
somewhere.
not? You're letting Josh Allen get off scot-free for a knee to the groin of Cam Hayward.
I didn't see this.
That's
Yes.
a big mistake.
Yeah.
Cam Hayward is 3 times the size
I
of
did not
Josh
see
Allen.
this.
And he better hope they don't see each other play, because I promise you, Hayward will splash land on him and put all his weight on him. That could.
Did you guys see the video?
I didn't see it either, but I knew
They never had a great
Hayward
shot of
was
it,
was
but
pretty perturbed. This is a
pretty
dude that
upset,
doesn't
yeah.
get involved in that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And he said as he was getting up, Josh Allen kind of kneed him.
Josh
and then,
Allen was lying on his back.
Yeah.
Hayward was above him, and Josh Allen, you can see him make a little move.
And he
with the
said
knee.
that he knew. He said he confirmed it was Josh Allen, then alluded to it in their trash talk thereafter. But what was the question? The original question, by the way?
I don't even remember. Liam Cohen.
Yeah, it's a bigger deal that he's giving off.
Wow, I didn't see this whole thing. Josh Allen doesn't strike. You never, when you say dirty players in the NFL, you don't ever say
It's
Josh
always
Allen.
those guys who do it behind the scenes that are dirtiest.
Apparently,
Josh
Jennings, your
Allen.
boy too, is catching flack for
he
the
is.
second week.
He did get punched in the region last week.
Oh,
Anyway,
Juwan Jennings,
Daily
yeah.
Gambit next.
Hey, it's Ben and Woods. We
I don't know if it's a busy news day today, but it was a busy news week last week and over the weekend. Daily Gambit, no bets to really cover. All new bets today, it sounds like. Michigan State is amongst the other teams that is doing some hiring. They have brought in, it looks like Pat Fitzgerald will be.
Interesting, they're bringing in a coach who apparently can't read. Either that or he can't see.
Why? Oh, because he didn't see naked bear crawls on the.
He didn't see the big chalkboard.
He didn't see the big chalkboard that said naked bear crawls.
That said, hey, we gotta,
naked bear crawls.
Yeah,
Is all I can remember from that story.
That's funny.
the whole thing.
I forgot about that.
He was fired
for that.
Northwestern because his kids were breaking in the youngsters with the naked
hazing.
bear crawls. And he, of course, knew nothing about it, despite the fact it was in big block letters right in the middle of the room.
He's like, why is this dude crawling naked on the floor?
You
don't want to know, Coach. You don't want to know.
It's like, why is that entertaining, by the way?
It's not. That's the thing. I won't ever understand some of these hazy. Fine, put popcorn in their car. That's fine with me. But things like naked bear crawls make no sense.
Yeah, Pat Fitzgerald knew nothing about it.
He didn't. Well,
that's the kind of coach I want leading my program.
I see nothing.
I see nothing. I know nothing. Just like, who was it? Jim Tressel, who had no idea that Maurice Claret was driving a hot top Cadillac back in the day when he was winning the Heisman Trophy for him and winning national championships. No clue.
That's hilarious.
Coach Dietz knew what I had for breakfast. Right?
Are you kidding me?
You know what I mean?
He knew where I was at all times.
Yeah. So I never buy it when these coaches say they don't know. They always know.
Yeah, and Coach Dietz didn't have the nearly resources that some of these other coaches.
He had a lot of resources.
He did. He had the old school resource of relationships.
Yep.
All right. So we get to Daily Gambit? Wait, hold up. Before you do that, check.
I have to read it.
You do have to read it.
Sour was brought to you by Mission Fed. From first accounts to big life moments, Mission Fed can help. Saving shouldn't be stressful. Saving shouldn't be stressful. Mission Fed makes it easier with great rates on savings certificates and ultra money market accounts. Grow your money the smart way. Check the latest rates and open an account at missionfed.com. Membership and account criteria apply.
Do you like money?
I think about money a lot.
Do you like money without doing anything?
Winning.
Do you want to make money while watching sports?
I think Washington is immortal luck.
Washington! Woohoo!
If you answered yes, this is your segment. Just don't blame us when you lose.
Nothing is ever your fault.
It's your game. Take it.
Gwynn and Chris go through the top bets of the day in The Daily Gambit on 97.3 The Fan.
Daily Gambit is our daily sports betting segment here on Gwynn and Chris. Please, everybody, gamble responsibly. Real quick, I'm watching that video of Cam Hayward and Josh Allen. You definitely cannot see anything on the video because they don't have a good enough angle. But if Cam Hayward, one of the most responsible, he always wins Walter Payton Man of the Year.
He won it last year, yeah.
Yeah, if he's reacting like that, then there's some credence to it, I would feel.
We all know that a lot of stuff goes on at the bottom of piles.
Speaking of bottom of piles, do you remember the two twins that played defensive back for the Patriots?
Yes, McCourty's.
McCourty's. He had the line of the year. He said there's a couple of rules you have to know when you're at the bottom of the pile. One was fetal position.
Oh, yeah.
You know, that kind of protects the ball and it protects
your vital organs.
And the last thing he said was squeeze your butt cheeks.
That's going on down there.
I almost fell out of my chair when he said
baseball players were the sickest and grossest players, but now I think it's football players.
Wow. Fetal position. Squeeze your butt cheeks.
I used to work with a couple Chargers, and the lineman told me some of the worst things in the world. Like, people urinate on the bottom of piles sometimes if they need the ball. Like, nothing. Like, there were no laws in the pile at all. There are no laws. Anyway, Chris,
and give those 78-year-old referees credit who dive right into the pile.
They do.
They do. Who has the ball?
Yeah, they do.
I mean, they're in there with no protection at all.
There was a fight over the weekend, and I was thinking, like, man, that referee is going to get decked because The only people that can break up fights between linemen are other linemen.
Right. Yeah. Because anybody else is in danger.
The referee's like, hey, stay back, everybody.
Sure, ref. I will give you a couple of games tonight. Giants and Patriots. We're going to go 46.5 points over under. I'll go first. I need a high-scoring game. I need the Patriots defense to play poorly, so I'll take over on this game. That's not a intelligent bet. That's a please score a lot of points.
Help me.
Yes, help me. Tony?
I'm going to go under there, buddy.
Under, okay. Scrape?
I think the Giants are going to catch lightning in a bottle for one night.
Over, he says. Jackson Dart's back in there. 237.
Get down,
yards.
bro.
237.5.
Total yards or passing yards?
Passing and rushing.
Oh, okay.
For Dart, Tony.
I
237.5.
think he's going to be gun shy on the running part, so I'm going to say under.
Okay, Scrape.
I know his teammates are telling him to not
get down, bro.
Yeah, I know they're telling him to not take hits. I'm going to say under as well.
All right. Well, once again, I need points. Go over, my friend. Go over. Wan'Dale Robinson, Giants receiver, -7 yards versus Stephon Diggs. Skraby. This would have been like Stephon Diggs -200 yards 3 years ago, but things have changed. Wan'Dale is favored.
Diggs has been so good this year. I'm going to go with Diggs.
Diggs, he has been good.
Yeah,
he's been good.
Okay. Then I'll take. I'm going to go Wan'Dale.
You're taking Wan'Dale Robinson over Stephon Diggs.
-7. I'm even giving 7 yards.
Dang.
Yeah. Giants, man. G-men.
He already told you where his mindset is on this.
I need a lot of points against the Patriots tonight.
You know what?
I
will say this. Stephon Diggs has had a good run of touchdowns, not as good of a run as yards.
There you go. Tony, what are you going, Diggs?
Yes.
All right. Lakers -4.5. Suns. We haven't checked in on the Lakers in a while.
Oh, I have.
They are 15-4.
Playing, boy.
Whoa. There's only 2 teams better than them, the Pistons.
OKC.
And OKC, which is 20-1, which is pretty good.
Are they going to challenge? Are we going to do this thing now? Are they going to challenge Golden State's record?
I would think so.
No,
it ruined the Golden State Warriors season. I would advise them not to.
I don't know if it ruined it. They got to the finals, and it took
they ran out of gas.
It took a Herculean
seventh game.
LeBron James to pull it off.
I would take the Lakers. I mean, they're at home, and I don't know. I don't see any.
It's
any
a 4.5.
That's 4.5. Suns are having an okay year, I guess. I haven't really paid much attention there, but Tony, you're going Lakers. Skraby?
Yes. I'll go Lakers too.
Sweep. Detroit leads the East -9.5 over Adam Klug's Hawks. Tony's first. Detroit's 16-4, slightly better than the Lakers. Hawks are over 500. By the way, remember when we were celebrating the Bulls' 5-0 start? They're now under 500.
I know.
It was fun for a while.
I was.
It was exciting for a while.
It was. I was really feeling it too.
Yeah, I know. Let's see. I think you're up, Tony. Detroit -9.5.
Yeah, give me Detroit. They bounced back.
All right, they're at home. Skraby?
I'll go with Detroit too.
I always like Trae Young for some reason. At least to put points on the board. Jokic is up to 53.5 points now, or 53.5 rebounds, assists, and points against Dallas. Dallas is, by the way, right? They fired the
they
GM
fired,
finally.
Nico
and Jason Kidd. Evidently, he's a great coach, but I don't know why they don't win any games. What's the matter with that team? Is AD hurt?
They don't have. Yeah, he's been hurt.
And
Kyrie's not back yet. It's just. I mean, they were playing Cooper Flag at the point guard. That's kind of how desperate they were.
What's he been doing so far?
He's doing all right.
All right, so over under for Jokic, Scrabe, 53.5. That's a lot, but that's about what he averages in these 3 categories.
I always gotta go over with him.
He is amazing. I'm gonna say under just because I think it'll be a blowout.
Who is it?
Jokic against Dallas. Games in the Mile High
Yeah, I'll go
City.
under 2.
Okay, we go to college basketball. For some reason, these guys have become our team du jour. Troy, 17.5 over West Georgia. That sounds like a game Troy should be playing, not beating the Aztecs.
Right, or taking
beating
USC to double OT.
Yeah. So I'll take Troy. I mean, they've shown me what they can do. I don't know what West Georgia's got. Tony, 17.5 though.
Yeah, give me
The Trojans.
Troy. Yeah.
It would be very.
At this point, I'm rooting for the Trojans every game.
It would be very San Diego if Troy gets beat by Western Georgia. So I'll go Western Georgia.
Yeah, that's West Georgia though.
Sorry.
Call them by the right name. By the way, trivia, what state is Troy in? Anyone?
New Jersey?
New Jersey, you say, okay.
I feel like it's
Alabama.
Yeah,
Alabama. That's where
you
it is,
missed
yeah.
it the first time. All right, Washington women 38.5 over San Jose State. Skraby. I do San Jose State later in the season. They're usually a bottom in the Mountain West. Washington's
38.5.
21st.
I'll go with Washington here.
Washington, I think that's the play here.
That's how my grandma said it.
Washington. Tony?
Yeah, I'll take Washington.
Nothing for the
as well.
Spartans. Speaking of the Spartans, their head football coach, Ken, and I can't pronounce it,
Niumatalolo.
Yeah. He's rumored Penn State, maybe. I'm hearing.
What?
Is that the BYU guy?
Yeah,
No.
now he's at San Jose State, but he's the
He used
Penn
to coach
State
Navy.
Navy, BYU.
No, yeah, I don't.
Did he
ever?
go to San Jose State too, or that was another guy?
If you're thinking of the San Jose State coach, Ken Niumatalolo, he coached Navy, and then I believe he went to San Jose State.
Well, who's coaching BYU now?
Another
guy?
I'm gonna look it up.
Another Niumatalolo? There are two of them.
Oh, his name is Kalani Satake.
That's BYU's coach?
Yep.
Oh. I think never mind.
I can tell you right
really
now,
matter.
guys.
What's the question?
I have
the
not
question is,
seen this guy ever in my life.
Blues -1.5 against the first place Ducks. Ducks and Kings are tied for first in the Pacific Division, keeping us up to
Where are
date
the Blues
on our
at?
hockey standings. The Blues are near the bottom of the Central, but they are favored tonight. They're 9-10. Ducks are 15-9. Lost last night in Chicago, though. The Ducks did, blew a 3-0 lead. Fell 5-3. Skraby.
So
Blues -1.5.
Blues
Ducks
-1.5
in St. Lou.
I'm gonna go Blues.
Blues. Ducks for me. They bounce back after blowing the game last. Oh, wait. No.
Is Paul Correa out?
Yeah, Paul Correa's out. His number hangs in the rafters,
Does
by
it?
the way,
Okay.
at the Ducks game. I did see the Ducks backup goalie got hurt last night, and I think the starter's hurt. So I'm going to take St. Louis.
Oh, wow.
Little insight here. See if it works. Tony, after that, you want to take Ducks anyway?
No, I don't want to take
St.
that
Louis.
because I want the Kings to take
You
over.
want the Kings. All right, Kings are off tonight. All right, there we go with the Daily Gambit. Back to you, fine sir.
That would be you, fine sir.
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Let's get the break.
Oh, yeah.
On the other side,
Let's get some break.
more Gwynn and Chris. Here's some traffic.
From the 855, get
The gondola pulls in.
Yeah.
It goes very slow.
Yeah, it slows down
like
for everybody.
really slow. As we're getting off, over to my left, there's a couple getting in the gondola,
Okay.
going up the mountain. So it's the opposite for them. They're standing there. The gondola comes up. The door opens. You step on. Well, there was a commotion.
Uh-oh.
There was a commotion.
Someone fell?
There was a commotion, and Lori goes, "Hey, there's a commotion."
She said commotion?
I don't think she said that, but we go kind of not hustling, but walking over there quickly. There's a lady who has fallen as she's trying to get into the gondola. She's now got one leg in the gondola.
Oh, no.
The other leg and body trapped underneath the gondola.
90.
No, she's probably in her late 50s. How do I say this best?
Oh, she's heavy set?
She's in the shape of somebody who's in their 70s. You've got to rescue the poor lady. She's trapped under the gondola.
I'm sorry.
And of course, as soon as she falls and there's the commotion, the guy running the station stops the gondola.
Okay, I was going to
Which means everybody on the mountain and 4 miles away has to stop. Everybody has to stop while we try to extricate the lady from the gondola.
Okay, let me ask you a
underneath
question.
the gondola.
What?
She's got one leg on the gondola. The rest of her body is underneath the gondola. And when I arrive, to see what's going on. I'm kind of the first or second person there.
You're a first responder?
Pretty much. The guy running the gondola place is busy stopping
traffic.
The ride.
Yeah.
No, he's stopping the ride.
Oh, okay. All right.
So we're kind of first there. Lori's behind me. The lady's on her back. She's looking straight up in the air. And the only description I have is one of utter panic and utter terror combined with total helplessness.
Oh, I thought you were going to say embarrassment.
No, total helplessness. She's not only trapped, but she's not even remotely doing anything to help herself. She's kind of in a panic, and you think something terrible is going to happen, or she does.
Okay.
I go over there. First thing, breathe.
That's what you said?
I told the lady to breathe.
Good. That's good.
I said, you're going to be okay.
That's good.
Just breathe.
That's good.
Try to relax.
No, that was the perfect thing you could have said.
As I'm stupidly pulling this 250-pound gondola, trying to pull it off of her. Yeah. Okay. Well, you're getting
the gondola is way heavier than 250 pounds.
Yeah, right. 1,000-pound gondola.
So you're trying to like move the gondola.
Move it a little.
Is her leg like? How is she attached to this gondola?
Well, I told you, her one leg's actually on the gondola in the doorway.
Okay.
Then the rest of her body's underneath. What is stuck with her in the gondola is her belly, not her leg.
Oh, no.
That's right. Okay.
No.
So I'm pulling. By the time finally a couple more people pull and we are able to get enough airway to get her to scramble out of there. And then she immediately stepped on the gondola to go take her ride up the mountain. And off she went.
This is
I felt like I saved her life. I really do. I honestly felt like I almost saved her life.
I kind of will credit you with this.
You know, she was, I think if I didn't tell her to breathe, I think she would have gone into some sort of shock or whatever you do.
No,
she was
you're
going
right.
into a
You're
panic, Skraby.
You're
She was going into
right.
an absolute panic. And, you know, I had to, calming her down, I think was the number one thing. She wasn't in any real danger, but she wasn't feeling great because she was trapped under the gondola.
But
the
fact that you said her belly was...
Yes, her belly, yeah. I'm telling you, Skrabe, it was a factor. And there was, you know, there's a couple of people pulling on an arm trying to drag her out.
I'm crying.
I know. There's people on the other side with her arm. They're trying to drag her. I'm like lifting the gondola so she can get a little room to get out of there.
You're like, hey, I'm going to take the gondola. It's lighter.
All right. I didn't say that. You did. But it was quite the scene.
I am happy that she's okay, obviously.
She's fine.
If
she
this
got
was
right on the gondola.
If this was a worse story, I would not be laughing. But she's fine. You did probably help her a lot more than you think you did.
I think so. Because she was able to calm down just a tad. The gondola pulls in.
Yeah.
It goes very slow.
Yeah, it slows down
like
for everybody.
Really slow. As we're getting off, over to my left, there's a couple getting in the gondola.
Okay.
Going up the mountain. So it's the opposite for them. They're standing there. The gondola comes up. The door opens. You step on. Well, there was a commotion.
Uh-oh.
There was a commotion.
Someone fell?
There was a commotion, and Lori goes, hey, there's a commotion.
She said commotion?
I don't think she said that. But we go kind of not hustling, but walking over there quickly. There's a lady who has fallen as she's trying to get into the gondola. She's now got one leg in the gondola.
Oh, no!
The other leg and body trapped underneath the gondola.
90.
No, she's probably in her late 50s. How do I say this best?
Oh, she's heavy set?
She's in the shape of somebody who's in their 70s. You've got to rescue the poor lady. She's trapped under the gondola. Of course, as soon as she falls and there's the commotion, the guy running the station stops. Coming up in about 20 minutes, the good, the bad, the ugly from week 14. The National Football League. By the way back when, you don't have to play the song, Skraby.
It's going by really fast, man.
The season, what I'm saying is back in the old days when I was young, 14-game season was over. this would have been it. Can you imagine? That's how fast it went.
Spring training is going to be here too quick.
Yep.
Yep.
Anyway,
thanks for making me feel better, Chris.
We'll have all the highlights.
Yep.
And stuff,
We still got like a month left before we have to wrap our mind around it.
Do we though?
Yeah, we do.
There's always another season. That is for sure. Mike Schilt was in the news, and it was so long ago that I thought we'd already talked about it, but maybe we never got to it. I'm not sure.
It happened after
Friday?
We were done.
Was it? I think we didn't come
we
back
did not
on
talk
air.
about it on the air, so it happened after we were done for the week.
All right. He's taking a job with the Orioles, and in the front, what is it? Player development, Tony?
Yeah, player development.
Now he when he, left the Padres, said it was because he was retired and he was worn out, and that he may have said some other things, but I think all anybody heard was that he was retired and he was worn out. And that, along with the fact that the Padres swore up and down, and everybody involved with the situation said, there was no forcing out. There was none of that. It was his decision 100%. To me, that's all anybody remembers. And so I think what happened here, Tony, is that everybody thought, well, that means Mike Schilt's done, at least for a while. So when we saw that he had taken a job with the Orioles, some people thought, uh-oh, what was that? So help explain for those who were, reacting and felt some type of way.
How can I explain this? I think you guys who have gotten to where Chris says that many of you have gotten are, kind of couch this whole thing. I would just say you got to be better listeners. I mean, because he said verbatim, if there's a player development role, I could see myself.
That was something he would have been interested in.
I think I think I said it that day. I think he is done managing a big league team forever. Now, if he does that, then I'll have to come on here and be like, well, he lied to us.
Okay.
But I don't think
that's lying as of this point. Skraby, are you satisfied with that response, or are you among those that feels taken a little bit here?
No, I'm with you guys on this, because he did say I will take a team or a player development job, and he didn't say when it would be. It could be at any point, so he didn't lie.
Remember,
and we don't know what he's doing. He could just be sitting at home watching video and then sending an email back.
Right. Let's also remember he's certainly not getting $4 million or $2 million.
That's another part of the thing that we don't. He left money on the table.
He left if he is not taking a job of lesser unless he truly wants to take a job of lesser when he had that kind of money on the table. We just talked. Well, we didn't talk about it here, but we talked about Lane Kiffin, and that's a whole lot more money. But I'm just saying, $2 million with 2 years.
The way Chris asked the question, though.
Well, I read a lot of the tweets when it happened, and everybody overreacted and went, like, hey, this guy is he let us down. He lied to us.
Right.
Cetera,
I saw the same tweets, Chris.
So that's why I brought it up the way I did.
Yeah, I knew what he was getting at, because I saw some of the same things.
Oh, I got messages about
it's just, I mean,
people, we hear what we want to hear.
Exactly.
And we also remember what we want to remember.
No doubt.
But I also want to
there are also many who think that still, no matter what everything's been said, you can find a bunch of people that still think he was forced out of here.
Oh,
and didn't want to leave.
100%.
I also want to ask people why they're so mad. There were so many people that wanted him gone, and I'm not saying
the way he was.
I'm not saying that
bullpen.
all Padres fans are like that, but the ones that talk to me could not stand the way he did things.
Yeah.
And now that they see what is on the other side, and again, I don't know how Craig Stam is going to do. There's a bigger question mark this year at the manager position than there was last year.
What does the saying go? The grass isn't always greener on the other side.
That's right.
It might be greener, though. We don't know.
You never know you like something until it's gone.
And it's an East Coast
There's
thing.
another one.
He's an East Coast guy. It's a short flight from Charlotte to Baltimore. I'm trying to make these leaps in my head.
I don't think you even need to go that far.
Okay.
I think Mike's passion has always been teaching.
Go ahead. Teaching
and coach. I don't know that he is made up for the new way the sport it goes. I mean, I was listening to Alex Cora last week. It was Skraby and I here, Chris, and he was talking about when he took the job with Boston, and they were kind of going over the everydayness of it. And I believe his version of Darren Feeney and Craig Hugner told him, hey, you'll meet with the media every day after the game. He's like, wait, meet with the media every day? Yes, that's part. And I don't think.
How did he not know that?
I don't think he was cut out for that. I don't know that that's something that Mike enjoyed, but it's a part of the job every day. And I think this is his sweet spot. He has always relished the opportunity to be out there on the field. You just like when he's out there doing secondary leads, like he enjoys that. I don't think he enjoyed the other stuff, the stuff that comes along with managing a team.
I thought he was addicted to running out and changing pitchers in the middle of innings. That's what I thought.
That was
a main reason why a lot of people didn't, not you, Chris, but
right.
A lot of people had issues with that.
They didn't like that,
no.
But he did it all year long, and I assumed that the players and everybody was in on it. I don't think he did that against their wishes. All right, so that's the Mike Schultz story that we hadn't got to earlier. All right, don't forget our overtime segment coming up. Skraby's going to post.
It's already scheduled for 4 p.m. Gwynn and Chris
4
SD.
o'clock. Go to Gwynn and Chris SD on YouTube.
On YouTube,
right, and you'll find that. And it's a deep dive into Lane Kiffin's decision to leave Ole Miss for LSU. And I got to get Tony to stop calling him Old Miss. It's not Old Miss.
No, they can be Old Miss to me now.
No, it's not. It's O-L-E. Miss.
I'm sorry. You're right. I did say old.
Yeah, they're not Old Miss. You got to
Old Miss.
Don't worry about it. I thought it was Old Miss for a long time.
I knew it wasn't old. I watched it spell O-L-E, and I'm over here calling it old.
How many people do you think it's pronounced Ole Miss?
Ole Miss?
I don't think anybody.
I think most of our fans below the border think it's Ole Miss.
Okay.
All of them down there. One last thing, Aztec basketball, I worked this out. They played this week, and their schedule gets really soft for the next 2 weeks, except for they're going to have a game against Arizona. And if they don't get their, act together defensively, they are going to give up like over 100 to Arizona. This is a pretty crazy stat. Last 4 games, the Aztecs have given up 80 or more all 4 times. The previous 100 games to that,
craziness.
Only 5 times did they give up 80. And I think 2 of those were UConn in the championship. 1 was last year in North Carolina. So they never give up 80. And now they've done it 4 straight games. And the only good news I can say for Aztec basketball, and me and you fans, love this team, is that if defense is the problem, I always feel like they can get that fixed because they know what to do. The coaching staff, that's what they do. Like when offense has been the problem for the Aztec basketball, can't always fix that. This team can score. They just got to figure out a way to stop people to the level of the way the Aztecs did in the past. Their next game, by the way, is Wednesday night against Utah Valley, which has a better record than they do. 5-2. The
Utah
Aztecs
Valley
are
out of the
3-3.
whack.
Utah Valley. If anybody can name the nickname of Utah Valley, go right to the head of the class. You think you know?
Is it the Phoenix?
It is not the Phoenix. I'll give you 2 guesses, Tony.
Nah, I don't want to guess.
Not gonna try
I'm
it?
not even going to be close.
Give me another one.
They wear green, though, right?
Yeah, they do. Yeah.
I've seen them play on the soccer field
there.
before.
You're
Right?
partway there.
Gosh, I don't remember.
Pellegrins?
The what?
Oh, isn't that a bird?
Pellegrins?
Isn't that a bird or something?
I think that's one of
Pellegrins. I gotta look
that sounds like something on one of the board games you like
I
to
think
play.
I may have pulled that from Harry Potter.
Yeah, we're about to find out. Pellegrins.
What is it, Chris?
Wolverines. Utah Valley.
I would
The Wolverines.
I would
are
never
coming
have
in.
guessed
The Aztecs
that.
did not do so well against the first Wolverines they faced.
Nobody did, Chris.
No, Michigan blew everybody out in that tournament by 40 points.
Maybe I was thinking Pellegrino.
No, you can't.
I'll let
backtrack
you,
now.
I'll give you the break
Pellegrino.
to try to figure it out. We got the good, the bad, and the ugly, and the announcement of our biggest fan when we return.
Coming up
last night, the bus was to leave for the airport at 8 p.m. And Tony, you know this. Everybody knows this. If you're hooked up with anything like this, as Pete Carroll used to say, on time means you're late.
Right. So
Amy's the young lady who handles all the travel and puts together the itinerary. So we're just about ready to leave.
TJ Lacita.
She stands up as the bus is kind of rumbling to life. And she goes, okay, everybody get your passports out. I want to make sure nobody leaves without their passport. Because, again, you are talking to college kids here, and you don't want
college
them
kids,
to,
huh?
That's who she thought she was talking to.
She thought she. So I'm sitting there, and I'm thinking to my head, like, you don't need a passport for this trip. I didn't even bring one. We're just going to the Bahamas. And so, yeah.
That was your thought process? The Bahamas are an international flight, I believe.
This is almost equal to the fact that North Dakota borders Canada.
I think it does equal that, Skraby.
Actually, I forgot all about that.
Yeah, I forgot about it too, buddy.
Right. So for whatever reason, I did not bring my passport. I'm sitting there, and I'm like, my stomach, you have your sinking feeling. And I'm like, what? Never do that. Yeah, thank you. And I was like, oh no, I don't have my passport. Here's my second thought, guys. If I just quietly call Lori, because the flight wasn't until 10 o'clock. You got some extra time. So I said, if I call Lori and just have her bring my passport down to the airport, I'll be able to get away with this without everybody knowing that I blew it. Because that isn't a factor here. You don't want to be embarrassed. So she's in the back checking the players, passport situation out. And I'm having this argument with myself. Oh no, what do I do? And so my first thing is I'll call Lori and I'll just say, hey, can you, I blew it. I forgot my passport. Can you meet me down at the airport? And then I thought, we live 25 minutes from the airport. Lori is not going to be happy.
Nope.
Getting my passport and driving it down there.
Because the airport is really easy to access these days.
And never easy to access, exactly. So I had a quick discussion with myself, and it was either A, it's time for me to embarrass myself in front of the team, or I'm going to have to ask Lori to drive to the airport. I chose the first one. So I said, oh my goodness, I can't believe I forgot my passport. I don't have it. And Stacey Terry Hudson looked at me and like, what? Like you? I mean, she wasn't mean about it. She was just like so surprised. And as I was, and everybody's like, what are you going to do? And I said, well, I live, literally 10 minutes from the school. And I said, I'm going to call Lori right now. Is there any way we can just hold up for 10 minutes?
What?
That's all. It was either that or make Lori drive down, Skraby. You got to understand my options here. They're very limited.
I get it, but I think your mistake means that you have to
do the hard one.
Yeah, you have to deal with the hard part.
I agree. Well, this didn't turn out a whole lot better. Amy, it's her first year on the job, but she's a very nice gal, so I don't have any really, I don't have any cachet with her yet. And she's like, looking at her watch, looking at Coach Stacey Terry. She's like, 10 minutes, because that can be a little...
That's stressful.
Well, it's stressful. And she doesn't care. Her job is to get everybody on that damn plane.
Right. And a lot of times what we don't know, the traveling party doesn't know, is they've already called ahead and talked. They have a travel agent that's going to kind of expedite the process a little bit. And if they mess up that contact, then everybody's messed up.
So everything is thrown asunder if you got to wait 10 minutes. And but I'm on the phone with Lori, and Lori's like, well, I'm not going to the airport. There's no way. She's like, you tell them that I'll be there in 10 minutes.
You tell them.
And I will give Lori a lot of credit. She, while this discussion was going on, found the passport and was already in the car.
Whoa.
So I give her a ton of credit. She didn't wait for... okay, go get the passport and hurry up.
Because she knew she wasn't going to the airport. So
she knew she wasn't going to the airport. Exactly, Tony.
She's like, I'm in the car.
She did. She said, I'm in the car. So I told, Amy, and I got Lori on the phone. I'm telling Amy and Coach, I'm like, she's on her way. And I said, I drive this all the time. It really is 10 minutes. And they're like, all right, 10 minutes. So last night, the bus was to leave for the airport at 8 p.m. And Tony, you know this, everybody knows this, if you're hooked up with anything like this, as Pete Carroll used to say, on time means you're late.
Right.
So Amy's the young lady who handles all the travel and puts together the itinerary. So we're just about ready to leave.
TJ Lucida.
She stands up as the bus is kind of rumbling to life. And she goes, okay, everybody get your passports out. I want to make sure nobody leaves without their passport. Because, again, you are talking to college kids here, and you don't want
college
them
kids,
to,
That's what she thought she was talking to.
She thought she. So I'm sitting there, and I'm thinking to my head, like, you don't need a passport for this trip. I didn't even bring one. We're just going to the Bahamas.
3:36 on the clock. Tony Gwynn Jr., Chris Ellobat Skraby. 3:36 means I owe some congratulations. And so congratulations to today's biggest fan, Turty May of Valley Center. Give us a call within the next 10 minutes at 833-288-0973, and you'll qualify for our grand prize. 20 tickets for you and your friends for a night in our Odyssey Suite at a Padre game with all the fan staff later this season, catered by Spiro's Mediterranean Cuisine. Remember to register your name at 973thefansd.com/biggest fan. Again, Turty May of Valley Center. Turty May.
Sounds like a young person trying to say 30, but it's Turty. T-E-R-T-I. Congratulations,
yes.
Turty. Please call us.
We'll be waiting 9 more minutes.
We'll be waiting. In the meantime, let's check a little traffic, speaking of waiting, and then we'll get into the good, the bad, and the ugly.
From the 855 Get Ross Traffic Center, protecting San Diego after accidents or injury, here's Kelly Danick.
This game day traffic report is brought to you by Crystal Geyser Alpine Spring Water. Tow truck is helping to do a clear crash on southbound 805 before La Jolla Village Drive. Looks like they managed to get that over to the right shoulder. Southbound side of 163 before Friars Road, that right lane might be a little slick. Apparently there's a broken sprinkler that was spraying water into lanes. And crash has cleared on southbound 5 before SeaWorld Drive. Watch out for a little residual there. What makes Crystal Geyser Alpine Spring Water different? They always bottle their Alpine Spring Water less than 1.5 miles from the spring source. And all their bottles are made with 50% recycled plastic from their own recycling plants. Crystal Geyser, bottled at the spring source. I'm Kelly Danick with Gwynn and Chris, San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
Oh, there we go. Week 14. It was a long week. Started on Thursday. Still not over. We got Monday Night Football coming your way after the program. Patriots and Giants. But here's what's happened up until this point. Very interesting weekend indeed. We start with the good, and then we'll get to the bad, and then the Dolphins category.
They got a separate category?
No, but they've been landing in the ugly more times than not all year. But the good, I got to go with the lowly Panthers. They're not lowly anymore.
No, they're not.
They made all the big plays against the Rams, who, this always happens as soon as somebody anoints you as a Super Bowl team. Carolina intercepted Matthew Stafford twice, which was all he had thrown all year until that point. They got a pick six, and Bryce Young hit on 2 fourth-down touchdown throws. All of them were from pretty far out, too, Scrape.
Rams crowd the line of scrimmage with a one-high safety look. Bryce off play action. Has time in the pocket. Throws downfield for McMillan. Makes the catch of the 20. He's got the 10, the 5. Touchdown, T-Mac. Touchdown, Carolina. And the Panthers take the lead with 6:34 to go.
Stafford would drive the Rams back down the field, but he fumbled it away on the sack. That sealed it for Carolina. 31-28. Quick question, Tony. More teams maybe should try this on 4th down. Here's why. On 4th and 5 or 6, every DB plays the sticks, right? So you put a little move on, go deep. It was open twice for the Panthers yesterday. See if more teams. I mean, it's a risk, but it worked for them.
It's not a risk if a team is just going to sit on the markers, as we saw the Rams do, and they got burned twice.
Yeah. Also good. Hate to put these guys in the good, but I ran into your pal Dave Marcus the other day, and he told me to say hi to you, Tony.
I felt much better after UCLA did what they did the following day. So
there you go.
Perfectly fine by me.
Yeah. Dave, by the way, was working the Radies tournament doing engineering for Wisconsin.
And
I asked him, I said, how do you watch the Cowboy game? And he goes, I don't know. He was a little befuddled.
That sounds exactly like Dave. I know you were talking to him.
Yes, I know I was talking to him. But the Cowboys look pretty good, quieting their critics, mostly me and Tony. And once again, the Chiefs come up as short in a one-score game.
Wow, let's talk about going the opposite direction it did last year.
Yeah. Dallas. Dak Prescott, is he now an MVP candidate?
For the formation, Hunter Lipke, the fullback in the backfield, left to Prescott. 3 receivers right. Shotgun snap for Prescott. Steps up in the pocket. Throws deep down the right side. Back right corner of the end zone. Caught and a touchdown, Cowboys. CeeDee Lamb beat Trent McDuffie. Lamb has his 3rd touchdown of the season. This is a 15-yarder.
Made it sound like a 45-yarder, but it was only 15. Dallas goes on to win at 31-28. Patrick Mahomes says about the 6-6 Chiefs, they must win out now to reach the postseason.
Which I don't put it past them to do that.
No, their schedule is, capable, but they just have not been the same team this year for whatever reason.
If there's a guy and a team that can do it, it's that guy and that team.
We'll see. Also in the good category, you can't look the other way any longer, the Chicago Bears. And they knocked out the other Super Bowl team from a year ago. Black Friday was all Bears as they controlled Jalen Hurts and company. Both Chicago running backs went over the 100-yard mark. Bears win 5 in a row. And your guy, Mr. Williams, putting the Bears on the board.
2nd down and 8. Williams rolling left side, throwing deep downfield. Kmet is there. Touchdown. Cole Kmet got behind Reed Blankenship for a 28-yard touchdown.
Bears actually won this game pretty easily.
Yeah, they did.
24-15. The Eagles scored late to make it close. Ben Johnson in any other year would be an easy coach of the year. But this year, he's got a lot of competition because there's a lot of lousy teams that are doing really well.
Yeah, I mean, but Bears probably one of the lousiest, but you're right. He's got tons of competition.
Patriots,
Yeah,
you got the Panthers. I mean, there's so many teams that have turned it around.
49ers.
No, they're not loud.
we're not talking
they were
about
last place last year.
Thank you.
They were last place.
They were last place for different reasons.
We'll get into that in a minute. Into
Thank
the
you.
bad we go, and how many different ways can the 10-2 Broncos find a way to beat lousy teams?
God, I can't stand
This time they bat away a 2-point conversion in overtime. The guy was wide open if Mariota just lobbed the ball. But he threw it right into the guy's arms and he knocked it out. Denver has now beaten Tennessee, both New York teams, the Raiders, and Washington, all by like 3 points. And they're 10-2 now.
Bo Nix playing the way he does is going to get them kicked out of the playoffs pretty quick.
I
just think they're a fugazi.
We should not. We need to revisit this when we get to postseason, because if they get blown the doors off of them,
we'll have all known it's coming.
Everybody's going to be like, "What happened? These guys were 10-2 at one point." Now they have beat, as you just said, possibly the three worst teams by 3 points each.
Barely. They've won 8 of their 10 games by less than a single score, but so far, it's Denver's season. We'll see if it keeps up. Green Bay over Detroit in the bad category. Lions are supposed to be in the Super Bowl this year, but they're now buried 3rd in the NFC Central. Jordan Love torched Detroit for 4 TD passes. And your guy Jahmyr Gibbs gave you 11 points this week after 60 the week before. The Pack, solid. Detroit has traded wins and losses for the last 8 weeks.
Wow.
And they're now in the middle of the pack thanks to Love and the Packers.
2nd down and 10. Wiley, the tight end, sort of an H-back to the right. Snap to Love. He waddles back in the pocket, steps up, launches deep down the right sideline. It is right there. Watson reels it in and races into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown.
Well, that's one of your favorite guys, Chris. Jason Benetti.
Did he say that Love waddled back?
He did.
Pass?
I loved it. He did kind of. Love does kind of waddle.
Jason has the best humor of any person I've ever come across.
Back to pass. 31-24 Green Bay. The Lions have to be a major disappointment. The only other team that's probably in their same category, the Ravens, who was playing quarterback for Baltimore Thursday night, and what have they done with the real Lamar Jackson?
Please come back, Lamar.
Yeah. He's my fantasy quarterback.
Please come back, Lamar.
So pedestrian.
He has been
don't get it.
He has been fantasy awful this year after week 3.
5 turnovers, 3 of them by Lamar himself. And on the other side, Joe Burrow comes back, and the Bengals look like world beaters.
Tight end Drew Sample, the only man in the backfield, now goes up behind center, motion into the backfield for P-Ron. Burrow fades back shotgun. 20 seconds, third quarter. Shotgun snap, backside pressure. Burrow steps up. He throws over top. Yosivash, leaping grab, and he tumbles end zone. Touchdown. 28 yards.
Go. Yeah. Where'd he go? Where'd our guy go? Did he retire?
Oh, that was the Westwood one.
Oh, that was
call.
Westwood one. Okay.
Yeah. He would have been all over that call.
Cincinnati won easily, 32-14. That made no sense.
Did you see what Joe Burrow said before the game that just endeared me to him even more?
Oh, yes. I saw his tired. Oh, I want
tired
because I don't believe him. No,
you
I
don't believe that he's
do
playing for the fans.
I do believe
because they asked him why come back.
It was just so cliche in that moment for him to drop that line. I felt a way when he said it. I believe him, but it's just like, really,
is it ridiculous to think that if the Bengals go 3-0 here or 5-0,
they can make the playoffs?
Let's not do this.
They're 2 games back.
They did this to us last year.
They're going to go 9-8. They would win the division if they do.
They're 2 games back.
Yeah, who knows?
I do not want to see the Bengals in there.
And by the way,
especially after Chase spit on somebody, I can't root for them at all.
Joe Burrow said that he's a great human being and he plays for the fans. Thank you, Joe.
I love Joe. I actually like Joe Burrow.
All right.
I just felt like
on to
he
a
took
guy
a
you
chance
used to love, Skraby. Kicking off our ugly category is Kevin O'Connell, unfortunately. The quarterback whispering days seem to be on vacation here. Max Brosmer was his latest reclamation project. 4 interceptions, including a absurd pick 6 where he threw the ball underhanded. Here it is.
Play fake. Brosmer being chased. Brosmer is going to go down as he throws. It's intercepted. Coming back to the other side. Far side. 50. Down to the 40. Being chased. 20. 10. It's Jones.
That's kind of messed up, I gotta say.
That's bad, man. When you're getting laughed at by the color guy.
I mean, come on, y'all. If y'all saw the pick, it was laughable. I mean, you knew the moment he decided he was going to let that football go, nothing good was going to happen.
No.
Seattle won 26-0, although Sam Darnold didn't look all that good either.
He hasn't looked good the last 3 or 4 weeks.
128 yards.
Is he seeing ghosts again?
He did a couple weeks ago.
Seattle 9-3, Rams 9-3. And the next up in our ugly category, the 49ers 9-4.
Into the ugly category.
Because you want a mention. You need a mention. You must have a mention, and you weren't good enough to make the good category. So Shedeur Sanders got you involved this week with another mistake-prone performance for Cleveland. 3 sacks, 2 turnovers. 49ers win comfortably, despite the fact Brock Purdy, not really a huge day. And
that
Christian McCaffrey, kind of a pedestrian day for him.
That Browns defense is pretty good.
The Browns defense is good.
And Myles Garrett only had 1 sack yesterday, which is like containing
whoever him. I can't stand watching this Browns. Whoever's calling these plays, they literally ran the ball first, second down every time. And it was like, all right, Shedeur, make a play.
Yeah,
I don't think this is a reflection of Shedeur.
On the other side, you've got the genius play calling of Mr. Shanahan.
That's true.
This is 3rd down and goal from the 8-yard line. Niners of 8 of 13 on 3rd down. Shotgun snap, Purdy looks left, throws left, and a head-high catch made at the V in Cleveland by Jawan Jennings for a 49ers touchdown.
And then Jawan Jennings proceeded to probably tell the whole world about it. Evidently, the guy who punched him last week in Carolina or kicked him in the...
He punched him.
Oh, he punched him.
Yeah.
But anyway, evidently, he's not the only guy that hates Jawan Jennings.
No, he's
That's
not.
starting to come out now.
This is like the 3rd time we've heard somebody this season, like, after a game...
Yeah.
Still want to talk about it. Yes, even Myles Garrett, who says nothing about anything really.
Myles Garrett said this guy deserves the noise he's getting.
I mean, he's not even. Let's be real. He's a middle tier wide receiver in the NFL.
It's not what his skill level. It's apparently how he's playing the game. It's the blocking after the whistle blows, the extra, and that's the thing that's been consistent. All of these guys have pretty much said the same thing about him in between, like playing up to the very point of the whistle and maybe beyond.
A little beyond.
And I think that's rubbing people the wrong way.
Well, if Well, because I remember him saying, "Hey, I'm a 7th round draft pick. I'm playing through the whistle because I don't have an opportunity."
I don't necessarily think he should change.
I don't agree with that.
But they clearly, the other players in the league are feeling away about
they're
it.
getting mad about it.
49ers have a bye this week, a very late season bye. Then Tennessee, which continues their last place schedule, but they finish Colts, Bears, Seahawks. So you're going to get tested down the stretch, Mr. Skraby.
Oh, man, Colts, Bears, Seahawks, that's not a good stretch.
I said you're going to get tested down the stretch.
Colts. I don't know. We go get tested by
Colts. Tony has been waiting for the downfall of the Colts all year.
Come on back to earth.
It's happening. Finally, in the ugly category, I can always count on him to show up here. The Dolphins-Saints game. I mean, my goodness. I got to give my friend, Scott... Red Zone, Scott Hansen.
Oh, yeah.
Credit for even showing any of the highlights. Thank you for us, two people who cared about this game. Tua is just absolutely so bad. They got an early touchdown from Achane, then nothing the rest of the way. The Saints, as bad as they are, could have tied the game on a 2-point conversion, but Tyler Shuck was pick-two'd by Minka Fitzpatrick.
Snap. Looking, pressure, gets it off, intercepted. Fitzpatrick down the sideline. 2 points the other way. Fitzpatrick walks into the end zone. It's going to wrap this game up.
Oh, no, it didn't.
You can't say that prematurely, Mr. Radio Guy.
Yeah, the Saints had an onside kick with less than a minute to go. Tony, did you see that onside kick?
I did not.
Okay, the Dolphins weren't within 20 yards of it.
No, I don't know what was happening.
Were they not ready for it?
I don't. They
have to let the other team know they're getting ready to do it?
Yes.
Yeah, they were notified.
No Miami player made a move for the ball.
It was so weird.
And the Saint guy ran over and picked it up. It was ridiculous.
The only thing I can think of is that they didn't think the ball was going 10 yards.
Just ridiculous. But anyway, they were able to stop him in the final minute. Miami 21, Saints 17, and I can't fall for the fugazi that is Miami now 5-7, and people saying,
I heard Orlansky said they're coming.
I know Orlovsky. You sound stupid if you're saying that. You just do. That team is not good. But they won yesterday, so.
I mean, they're not going to make the playoffs, right?
No, they're playing. They got the Jets, so they could win that. Steelers, Bengals, and then they finish Buccaneers, Patriots. They'd have to win them all, and they're not.
Well, the Patriots are ready for a downturn. Nate said, "I thought of Chris during the end of the game. He must have been flipping out." I thought about Chris too.
Flipping out. It was like, Nate, to be honest, thank you, but it was like, so I almost expected them not to recover the kick. Like, what are you doing?
That was so crazy.
God. All right. So we got football coming up. We got tomorrow. This baseball thing is getting. We're gonna have Alden on tomorrow, Tony.
Yes,
apparently
he will be on 240.
We got to get an update on this baseball situation, and so that'll be tomorrow on a full 4-hour show.
We got to ask him about Kyle Schwarber going to the Cubs because that's apparently where people are putting him now.
But every time you go on Twitter, somebody else is headed somewhere else. So
it's the Phillies to lose here.
That's what everybody.
You should pay attention to none of that yet. Has winter meetings ever happened yet?
No,
that hasn't happened yet. So I mean,
winter league meetings are not anywhere close to here this year. I read where the location.
Are they in Orlando this year? Where are they at?
Yeah, something like Orlando, which I don't think even has a team.
It doesn't.
Not yet.
Yes, they're at the Walt Disney World Swan and Dolphin Resort.
Okay.
Actually, it takes place 6 days from today.
In about 5 minutes, Skraby will have our Gwynn and Chris Overtime, a lively, in-depth discussion on Lane Kiffin and his decision to go to LSU. And both Tony and I will tell you whose fault it really is.
Facts.
But all of that is in the overtime today.
YouTube.com/@Gwynn and Chris SD.
All right. Enjoy that.
Enjoy Chris's intro, too. It was phenomenal.
It was
was
great.
it intro or the end? The end was also fun.
I mean, both bookends were great. You get a lot of energy coming in. You get no energy coming out.
I've only got so many openings left at my disposal. We'll see y'all tomorrow. Enjoy football. Patriots, Giants next.